Hello, and welcome back to our AirKeeper Dashboard video tutorials. If you haven't watched our first video yet, you can find the quick start guide and video in our help center. In this Building Your Map video series, we'll walk you through some basic principles of digital map making and show you how to use the Select Layers tool and Add Data tool to add context to your map. Before we begin building a map, let's go over some basic principles and share a few tips to make sure that the AirKeeper dashboard maps you create are not only informative, but also visually appealing and easy to understand. Everything that you see in the AirKeeper dashboard is housed within a Geographic Information System, or GIS for short. GIS maps contain layers of data that show where things are located and provide information about them. Think of your map as a stack of transparent sheets. These are your layers. Each layer represents a different set of information. Often, the bottom or base layer on a GIS map is satellite or aerial imagery, or even a simple map on which to place features of interest. In GIS, there are three main types of feature layers. First, we have point layers, which mark single locations, like schools, industrial facilities, or individual air quality sensors. Second are line layers. These represent connections or linear features such as roads, railways, and rivers. Third, we have polygon layers, which show areas within boundaries. These can stand alone, like building footprints, or they can be connected, like counties, zip codes, and census tracts. GIS layers can use shapes, sizes, colors, or other types of symbology to represent information. A point layer might have the same shape or symbol for every feature, or for a variety. Larger or smaller symbols can be used to mean different things. Similarly, lines can be thicker or thinner to show differences between features. Roads are a good example of this, with major roads having relatively thicker lines than others. Sometimes, a layer can even change depending on how far you are zoomed in or out. Color is often used to show meaning as well. Colors can be completely distinct from each other or show a progression, such as a gradient or a spectrum. The air quality index legend is a great example of a spectrum. If we take a look at the county summaries, you can see that the colors start to blend into the next as air quality gets better or worse. The shade of a color can also be used to show a gradient. A good example might be population density or rates of asthma. If you want to know what the colors, sizes, and symbols mean, you can open the legend in the map control panel or click the info button next to any of the preloaded data layers in the Select Layers tool. The AirKeeper dashboard allows its users to turn layers on or off to help us focus on the data we need. The dashboard provides two different ways that we can go about this. The first option is to use the Select Layers tool on the left control panel and simply check or uncheck the boxes to choose the layer you wish to see on the map. You can also use the Layer List button in the map control panel. Click on the eye to turn layers on and off from this menu. The order of the layers from this menu matters. Layers higher up on the list will appear on top of the ones below. There are several reasons a user might want to change the order of the layers. For instance, having a solid polygon layer on top might hide point features underneath. Perhaps there is more than one point at the same location on the map and you wish to emphasize one over the other. Using the layers list will allow you to drag layers to the top of the list to make sure that the map shows what you want it to display. A good rule of thumb is to not add too many point or line features at once. This will help you avoid cluttering your map. It's generally best to only show one solid layer at a time to ensure your data is visible and keeps your message focused. Try to think from the perspective of a person that is less familiar with the material than you are. Who is your intended audience, and what message do you want your map to convey? Simple is better if you can still get your point across. Once you're happy with your map, try the Print Map feature to share it with others. That's it for this video. Next, we'll dive into the data that has been preloaded onto the AirKeeper dashboard and show you how to search for more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.